Hi, dear children. We'll think about matrices and determinants. The favorite chapters for many of you, right? Therefore, the possibility of getting many mistakes also are there. The possibility that they may make the questions little harder also there. Let us speak about matrices. Matrices is a very simple chapter only. You start with addition, subtraction, multiplication, then scalar multiplication. That I don't have anything to tell. You all know that. Then transpose of a matrix. The property of transpose, A transpose, the whole transpose is A. A plus B, the whole transpose is A transpose plus B transpose. A minus B, the whole transpose also same, A transpose minus B transpose. AB, the whole transpose is B transpose into A transpose. Then what is symmetric matrix? When you take transpose, it doesn't make any change. A transpose equal to A, it is symmetric. Whenever somebody is asking you to prove, you have to prove A transpose equal to A. And A skew symmetric matrix is A transpose is equal to negative A. In skew symmetric matrix, the diagonal elements are 0. And from a given matrix, how to make a symmetric matrix? That is, add the matrix with its transpose. A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix. If you subtract A minus A transpose is skew symmetric matrix. Using that with 1 by 2 you put, and you can express as the sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. That's all everybody will know. Now coming to determinants, 5-mark question usually come from determinants. Then one of the biggest attraction in these two chapters is from determinants we get a very good question. Without much confusion you can do. That is what I want main point. Other than that, they will ask many MCQs from this part. For that, you should be very thorough with the properties. Determinant property. For example, determinant AB can be written as determinant A into determinant B. What is determinant? Determinant, please remember, it is a single value. Matrix is an array only. It is a group of numbers. Determinant means it is the square matrix single value only. I don't have to, this platform is not to speak about that. You know that it's a value. So determinant A into determinant B is determinant A into determinant B. Determinant of A transpose is equal to determinant A. Whether you take a transpose or not, I mean these properties you should know. Determinant of adjoint A, determinant A to the power n minus 1. If you multiply a scalar with a matrix Ka, its determinant value is K to the power n into determinant A. A inverse. What is A inverse? 1 by determinant A into adjoint A. A inverse, the whole inverse is A. AB, the whole inverse is B inverse into A inverse. You can take A inverse transpose or A transpose inverse. Both are same only. That means you find the transpose and take inverse of that matrix, or you find the inverse and transpose. Such properties you should know properly. Only then you will be able to attend the MCQs correctly. Otherwise, many children will make mistakes. And some of the trigonometric identities also sometimes will be useful in matrices. If they want to make it hard, they will bring the elements in the array with the trigonometric functions. Then area of triangle, condition for collinearity. Okay. Then the highlight is solving equations. Three variable equations will be given. The coefficient you will take as A matrix. The variable you will take as X matrix, capital X. Then the constants that you will take as B matrix. So the system will look like AX equal to B. From there, our aim is to find this XYZ, which we call as X matrix. X matrix is A inverse into B. So you have to find A inverse. 1 by determinant into adjoint A. You find the, how do you find adjoint? Adjoint is transpose of cofactor matrix. So do not make mistake. If I tell without mistake, if you want to do, first you write a minor matrix. Don't worry about minor of the given matrix. If you want to find the inverse of A, write the minor matrix. As a rough work also you can do. You write, how do you find minor? First element, remove the row and column, you do that stuff. And then what you should do is you bring that matrix as cofactor matrix. Alternatively, you change the sign. First positive, for 3 by 3, first positive, then negative, positive, and so on. Like you can complete that. Then you take the transpose, that is adjoint. So cofactor matrix, transpose only adjoint. So that's how we will get the adjoint matrix. And you can find 1 by A, 1 by determinant A into adjoint A into the constant matrix will give you the XYZ values. So that much you can understand, right? But there are some questions, they will give you find the or use the product of two matrices. They will give you two matrices and ask you to find the product of that. Use that to find the or solve the equations. One of the matrix will be the coefficient matrix of the given equation. So please remember, when you multiply that matrix with the other matrix, you will usually get, or you will definitely get, an identity matrix or a scalar multiplied identity matrix. For example, an identity matrix will look like for a 3 by 3, 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Sometimes when you multiply, you will get, instead of 1, you will get 6 0 0 0 6 0 0 0 6. Then what you should do is take that 6 common factor out. Then the remaining is identity matrix. You know, whenever the result is identity matrix, if A into B is identity matrix means, then that means A's inverse only B, B's inverse is A. Then that 6 you bring to the other side. The coefficient matrix which you found, you associated with the given equation, if it is A, I will take 1 by 6 B as the inverse. Then I will use it. I don't have to really find 1 by determinant A into adjoint A. Or the other way. Sometimes they will not give the correctly the coefficient matrix. Its transpose will be given. So you need to transpose the other matrix and take it. That is all technicalities. If I orally explain, you don't understand. But please remember, this much only in the exercise. There are certain different questions are there. By now you must be familiar with the questions. Do not forget the questions that you failed to answer in all the tests. That is one of the biggest learning. But often we throw that question paper after a mock exam. Or in any exam I couldn't answer, forget about it. That should not happen. You remember what questions you made mistakes, rectify it, so that these 2 chapters you can easily get 8 or 10 marks if possible, maximum 10 marks. You can get the complete marks. Do not miss any single mark from that because of your carelessness, calculation mistake, or anything. It should not happen. That should not happen. Be very careful, very optimistic. Don't be too confident, overconfident about this exercise, and don't do casually. When you do matrices, pay attention to that. Don't think about the next question, how do I integrate? Don't worry about the types of integration when you calculate. 5 into 3, please pay attention and calculate. Don't read another question and try to answer this, since you are very confident. One small mistake will trouble you much. Once the answer is wrong, you found that if you found that the XYZ values when you substitute it in the equation, that's how you can check whether you substitute it in the equation. If it doesn't satisfy, that means your answer is wrong. Then you will get fear. So majority of the time is gone. That happened because you were thinking some other question while we were doing this one, or so casually looking at here and there. Do this question very carefully. Don't keep the matrices, this question and all, till the end. Last minute, don't do. You cannot do it in a hurry. I don't know, if you are excellent in calculation, you do it. But I will say, try to do those questions in the beginning. You can keep on integration question which is difficult at the end, and you can do some part of it. If you don't find any answer, you do not know, you have nothing much to do. You can write little steps in a hurry also at the end. So such hard questions you try to do at last. Okay. That's all about matrices and determinants. We'll do another video for continuity, differentiability, differentiation. Okay. Thank you.